Appreciate you your willingness to come and have this conversation with me, because I think it's important that we celebrate this. I mean, Hickory celebrates this, but I mean, what a backdrop. I mean,
you know, I tell people I've got the best office in probably Hickory. I don't know. Second, I've seen Amy Woods there at App Hickory, and that's pretty special being able to see the mountaintop. But I mean, you get to come to work at this place every day. Why can't you be happy?
Oh,
so it's
gosh.
Awesome.
This fires me up. I'm a baseball guy. You're a baseball guy. This fires me up. If you want to have a seat, I'd love to ask you a couple questions. You know, this interview series is really to talk to people that are involved in the community, have a stake in the community, and are kind of pushing in a good way into our community. And the Crawdads and you are certainly doing that. But you're not native to Hickory.
I'm not.
So tell me a little bit about how you got here.
Sure. So I was born and raised down in Largo, Florida, right outside of St. Pete. Grew up down there, went to high school down there. I was fortunate enough when I was exploring college, I was a wrestler and 3-sport athlete in high school. I did football, wrestling, and track. Wrestling was kind of my forte, and had a couple of different offers. One out in California, a couple of northern schools, and then one in North Carolina at Campbell University. Okay. So for those if they're not familiar, Campbell's over in between like Raleigh, Fayetteville area.
Buies Creek?
Buies Creek, exactly. Yeah. Fighting Camel.
Yeah.
So, which they actually have a phenomenal Gaylord Perry played there, and our mascot's name is Gaylord. Yeah. His brother played there too. So went to school there in 2005 and graduated December of 2009. And that was like when, you know, everything's going on in economic, obviously preaching to the choir here in Hickory, and sure enough, here I am. But didn't know what to do, was fortunate. I interned in Wilmington with a wood and bat league team, the Sharks. So it's for college age players that get to experience the wood and bat. And that gave me my first taste of like minor league baseball was like, and I just got an itch. My boss there was at a conference and met my former boss here, Mark Seaman, and the two of them were like, well, I'm looking for a box office intern. That's about all I've got. And I just loved North Carolina. I loved the fact that you could have seasons, that it wasn't muggy, it wasn't hot all the time. And I mean, heck, now actually my brother called me a couple weeks ago and they had snow down in Florida. So, I mean, that's earth-shattering in itself. But I just wanted to stay up here. Right. So went back home right after graduation, then moved up here, started March 1st, walked in day one, and Mark said, well, good news or bad news? Nice to meet you. I got a promotion for you on your first day. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, the director of tickets just isn't working out. We're going our separate ways. So it's your job to lose. Don't mess it up. And I was like, oh my gosh. So fast forward, get to opening night, and I messed it up royally. We had 1,000 ticket pre-sale and a 2,000 or 2,500 person walk up. The line was from the ticket office up, and Mark kept coming in saying, what can I do to help? And I was like, nothing, I got this. Didn't want to show weakness. But after, I was like, oh my gosh, he's not going to want me back. But sure enough, after that season, was fortunate, got offered an opportunity full-time, then took on the merchandise role, started selling corporate sponsorship. So the nice, cool thing about us here with the Crawdads is we're a small staff, and so we really do get to do anything and everything. So you get to learn the whole operation. Right. And then fast forward to 2019, got promoted to AGM in January, and then in May, Mark got the opportunity to go work for the city of Hickory, and the Texas Rangers, who were our ownership group at the time, said, well, you're our guy, so here it is. So I've been GM since 2019. And now obviously met my wife here, have our 2 beautiful kids that we're raising here, and just Hickory's home, you know, it's just made our mark and stuck to us here.
Well, you know, you kind of say, I grew up here obviously, and I've been here since the team was brought here, and to be able to watch the staff, because your staff is a long-term staff. I mean, there's a lot of people that have been fixtures here, but there's also a lot of spectators that have been here a long time and come to every game. And, you know, people don't always realize that baseball, I mean, how many home games are you going to have this year?
So we have 66 home games. 66. as much as the staff loves the new format, where the new format is Mondays are off days, and so you play the same team Tuesday through Sunday. So you play 6 straight. You typically home a week, on the road a week, home a week, on the road. Maybe there's 2 back-to-backs.
Right.
But I love it because it's consistent. Before, pre-COVID, it was 3 games here, on the road for 5, 7 games here, on the road for 2. So it was no consistency. So the consistency is super nice. But you are exactly correct. You know, like, we are only as strong as our staff, and I'm fortunate to have a great staff to work with, and it makes me excited and enjoy coming to work each and every day because it motivates them, and they motivate me just to be better each and every day.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of people just think of this as a sport and an amenity to Hickory, and it's a huge amenity. I mean, I sell Hickory every day, and our agents sell it every day, and we use this as a tool. But the other thing is it's a community kind of glue or bond, because you can come to these games and you have church groups, you have days where it's just school-age kids, you've got other individuals like reserving this deck over here, and it's really a kind of a gathering place for the community, and not just the Hickory City, I mean, for the surrounding community. So, I mean, I think the biggest thing is, and you see this probably more often than not, than me, is that the draw for this for people around us is huge, and they keep coming back. And I mean, that's got to be something that's near and dear to you.
Oh, we take great pride in that. Obviously, we've been here since '93. You know, fortunate from that original ownership group of Beaver Sports that had the vision and said, Hickory needs this, and fortunate for the leaders before me. But you're exactly right. We are in the entertainment business. Yes, for baseball does go on here, but that is a side piece for a lot of folks. For the most part, they are coming because it is an escape. We can be a 9-inning vacation. We can be an escape from your daily life just to get out and have a time with your family or your friends or your neighbors, however you want, and or by yourself, and just come and have a good time. Right. You can love the game of baseball, hate the game of baseball, or be indifferent about the game of baseball and still come out and have a good time. Yeah. Our goal here, and we strive to have 66 unique and memorable nights. Obviously, we have our staples, the Conrad catches, the things like that nature that happen every single game, but we want to make it 66 unique atmosphere and get the fans back night after night. Understand they can't necessarily come back, but if they even come back 2 or 3 times, then we've done our job. For sure. We want more than just the one-time fans. Obviously, if they come just once, great, but if not, get the repeat customers. Yeah. They have a good time and start them young. It's so neat to see grandparents teaching their grandkids how to score the game of baseball, or the kids watching it, or the smile on the kid's face when he catches his first foul ball, or that player who is a nobody currently, and these players have no idea from Joe Schmo or if it's Joey Gallo, and they stop and sign an autograph, the smile that puts on that kid's face. So, I mean, just the memory. We're in a memory-making business, and that's what excites me, you know, seeing the smiles on the kids' faces when they leave, or just what a good time that they had. And if they don't, then that's how we get better also, because we're going to take risks, we're going to take chances, we're not going to do everything right. We're going to upset some fans, but we're going to strive to be better than we were yesterday. Yeah,
and this atmosphere is different than Major League Sports, because you are able to get close with a lot of the guys. And a lot of these people don't understand the first rounders that are here, and the guys that are making millions that are playing here, and the guys that are making nothing that are playing here, and they're still willing to stop, and you can get close and you can say, hey, I watched him then when he played at the Crawdads, which is really kind of special. Now, you know, this is a really good park. I love this park, but 10 years from now, you've got to make decisions that you've got to like make changes and what keeps you up at night? Not necessarily bad, but what do you think of that, hey, this is what we've got to be concerned with moving forward for the stadium and for the team? And
yeah, I mean, obviously probably age always plays a factor. We are so special and have a great relationship with our municipality in the city of Hickory, and I can't say good things enough. They are forward thinkers in that aspect, though, where they are looking 10 years ahead and saying, hey, how do we keep this ballpark not... When you tell people the ballpark's over 35 years old, they're like, no way. And I think obviously the brick, things of that features, but it's also because of the work that the city puts in and the partnership we have with them. And so we are very fortunate with that unique partnership, that they see that vision just like us. I would say ballpark age is the biggest thing from that. ever changing. I think that the big next thing is like the fan amenity. You know, we've kind of focused a lot recently on player side, and so it's like, how do we in our ownership group, how do we look at it from the fan standpoint, and how do we continue to raise the fan environment? You can't roll out the same promotions night after night and expect fans to keep coming back. You got to keep it fresh. And so how do we keep it fresh? How do we excite the fans? And how do we get the repeat customers? So I think those are the things that keep us up at night from that standpoint.
Yeah. So the next question that I have is like, what excites you? And one of the things that come to mind is the accessibility that the city is giving you with the aviation and museum and all this connectability through individuals, and they can get here on a bike, they could get here walking, they could do whatever. So talk to me about that and how exciting that is for you.
Oh, as soon as they were coming out with the plans of aviation walk, like, the mind just started racing on just how much more foot traffic and accessibility this area does and can bring. And then rolls out the innovation district and just what the vision of this side of Hickory had. Like, before, it was like, I don't want to say we were an afterthought. We've never been that, but it was like, oh, the ballpark's on that side of town.
An island.
Yeah, and now with aviation walk and the whole trail system that it intertwines, we can have our players, they can run from our ballpark, run over to the lake, and run on Riverwalk, and then run back here and get a whole loop. You know, we can run our 5K races. We can intertwine. We can do multiple things, but then just as more and more things pop up and as businesses grow, I think that's what really excites me. The building of App State Hickory and them coming, and just how we can all intertwine together and just make 321 this side of Hickory, just in 10 years, I don't think this side of Hickory is going to be recognized in a good way, like just because of the growth and the opportunity that's over here.
Well, and this is why I want to interview you, because when we're sitting here talking, you're talking about the Crawdads, but you're talking about Hickory, and you're talking about the community, and that's the goal of all of this. Is that, you know, we want to make this a better destination, because if it's a better destination, you guys are going to thrive, and the aviation museum is going to thrive, and it's all going to thrive, and so that's why it is. But I mean, I think that the product that you put on, I'm a baseball guy, right? I love it. It's a big part of my life, and it's a big part of my son's life, and a lot of that was built in the stand, because we'd come out, we'd do 2 innings, and he's ready to go. Do 4 innings and he's ready to go. And now, you know, at 16, he's willing to watch a game with me. But what you guys have done here, with previous management, previous leadership, yourself, has really been exciting to watch. And I mean, you guys should be extremely proud of what you're doing here. And I appreciate your willingness to sit down with me and talk a little bit about it, because it's certainly a big part of our community.
Well, we appreciate that, and we are proud to wear Hickory across our chest, you know, from the jerseys and from all that standpoint, because there's a lot of minor league teams out there that didn't survive coming out of COVID or going into COVID because of contraction or these type of thing. But, you know, the players, when they move back here after playing and just being here a summer, that says a lot about the community when you talk to players. And a lot was the leadership, and they would interact with those players. But they made this a home, because a lot of these guys at the single A level, this is their first time ever being away from home. So they feel like it really raises the bar and standard high. But our community focus just goes back to, we wouldn't be here without the community. And so let's give back the best that we can, and the only way possible is by reinvesting and being a part of the community, whether that's going to the high school sports or hosting the middle school out here. Whatever it is, we just want to be engulfed in the community and give back to a community that's given us so much.
Sure. Well, I appreciate your time, and I know you got a lot to do to get ready for the season.
Right.
It's right around the corner. So
April 2nd, we'll be here before we know it.
But it will be here before you know it. So I appreciate it, man.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you.